Define Canada. You might say the home of the Rockets or the Great One, who inspired little number 9s and little number 99s. But we're more than just hockey and fishing lines off the rocky coast of the Maritimes. And some say what defines us is something as simple as please and thank you. And as for your welcome, well, we say that too. But we are more than genteel or civilized. We are an idea in the process of being realized. We are young. We are cultures strung together, then woven into a tapestry. And the design is what makes us more than the sum totals of our history. We are an experiment going right for a change, with influences that range from A to Z, and yes, we say Z instead of Z. We are the brightness of Chinatown and the laughter of Little Italy. We dream so big there are those who would call our ambition an industry, because we are vineyards of good year after good year. We reforest what we clear because we believe in generations beyond our own. Knowing now that so many of us have grown past what we used to be, we can stand here today filled with all the hope people have when they say things like someday. Because we are more than a laundry list of things to do and place to see, more than hills to ski and countryside ponds to skate. We are the abandoned hesitation of all those who can't wait. We are first-rate greasy spoon diners and healthy living cafes, a country that is all the ways you choose to live, a nation that can give you variety because we are choices. We are millions upon millions of voices shouting, keep exploring. We are more. We are the surprise the world has in store for you, it's true. Canada is the what in what's new. So don't let your luggage define your travels. Each life unravels differently, and experiences are what make up the colors of our tapestry. We are the true north, strong and free. And what's more is that we didn't just say it, we made it be.
Love Canada! We 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 love Canada!
Remember Canada?
We love Canada!
Hey, bonjour, bienvenue. Je voudrais vous souhaiter la bienvenue ici dans les Rocheuses, dans l'Ouest canadien. I just ran into a lovely family from Quebec. Happy kids having a wonderful time. Family that's been out hiking, enjoying the natural environment. They're thrilled to meet, of course, someone in the West of Canada speaking French, although they're more than happy to try in English. That's what bilingualism looks like. But really, when I say, oh, it's so nice of you to come here, they're saying, yes, we're not going to spend our money south. We're spending our money in this country. This is an act of national unity. This is a massive country. You know, from Calgary to Montreal is a 4-hour flight. You know, and we're the second largest country in the world by area. We are, well, you can see the air is starting to clear now, but we've had terrible fire smoke today. That is the result, of course, climate change and the super El Nino. You know, Google it. Don't just quote me or look at me or argue with me. Right? Did you see pelicans are starving in Peru? Anyway, Google that too. But we are getting attacked relentlessly by the corrupt regime to the south, the narcissist and his little band of thieves. And yes, we're one of the countries that's pushed back. Well, you know what? You gotta push back when you're being attacked, certainly in this kind of setting. So lovely that Canada Strong is working and we're standing strong as a country. And we have to make up for the fact that now it's the round of 50% tariffs, which of course will fall apart and Dickhead will be distracted by something else. And the fact that he is, you know, bombing the Middle East and causing just horrible misery around the world. But he's got his FIFA Peace Prize. Anyway, ça fait plaisir. Et on est fiers de parler français ici aussi. Je suis un Canadien fier.
For whoever don't like this country, This country is one of the kindest, most beautiful, nicest country in the world. This country give us everything that a lot of people like me lost in their own country. And our government in Iran tried to kill us. Here they open the door. They give us the life back to us, the life that we were fighting for it every single day. We found peace here, good life. If you don't like this country, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, folks, welcome back again to my channel, and if you're watching me for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel, because here is where we break down the real truth, which most of the people are very afraid to talk about. So, folks, have you ever noticed something unusual about Canada? No matter where you go in the world, Canada seems to have a reputation that few countries can ignore. I mean, ask people about Canada, and you will often hear the same words. Words like they are friendly, they are very peaceful people, they are very welcoming people, they are multicultural. I mean, Canada is very safe. But here's the real question. Why does the world seem to have such a strong affinity for Canada? Because in a world where countries constantly compete for influence, attention, and power, Canada has built something far more difficult to achieve. And that is the reputation Canada has. And today, we are going to explore why so many people around the world view Canada so positively. So folks, let's watch the following videos so that you can know why most of the people in the world view Canada positively. Stay in touch. We'll meet after the videos so that we can talk about what's really happening in Canada.
My favorite thing about Canada after living abroad for the past 12 years is how self-aware Canadians are. What I mean by that is people here know they have it good. They know that this is a beautiful, gorgeous country, and of course there are issues, but compared to 99.9% of the world, there aren't many issues. We are taught here from a young age that we do live in a great country, and therefore it is our responsibility and duty to share that with the rest of the world and to be of service to the rest of the world and do good things. I have lived in the UK, I have lived in Denmark, and now I live in Germany. And I can safely say that I think a lot of Europeans are not as aware of their privilege the way that Canadians are. And that is something that I completely took for granted growing up here. And now I deeply miss it.
A really, really important story about Canada in my life. I wrote this song one time, and it was called Burn, Burn, Burn. And I wrote it, and the next day I come to Canada, and we were playing a show. I get off stage, and these guys were like, dude, you have to play it. You have to play it. I was like, no way, I didn't know the words. I go back on stage and I start playing it. Every single person in the crowd knew every word, and I just written it down before. And I was in tears afterwards because I was like, oh my goodness, it's unbelievable. So I have a lot of love for Canada. So thank you guys so much.
Oh, Canada. My most memorable moment in Canada was I went to a brunch and the pancakes. I swear, I want to go back to Canada just for those pancakes. I'm not lying.
What kind of pancakes?
Pancakes.
Just pancakes.
Just pancakes.
Deliciosos.
Riquísimo. Me acuerdo, fue el día antes de ir.
The best way I can describe it is that he's the softest yet the strongest man I've ever known. And growing up in Mexico, this was not a balance that I was used to. I do believe a lot of it comes from his Canadian values. Canadians are gentle but unshakably dependable and reliable. Something that stood out to me is how he communicates with strength, but never to hurt, humiliate, or to prove a point. The way he shows his strength is very quiet. He is firm, but he is always fair. If you have the opportunity to be with a Canadian, I recommend.
Hello guys, from Canada, from British Columbia. I'm Elena from British Columbia, but I'm originally from Ukraine. I came in Canada 3 years ago and I'm so excited. I love so much. I love British Columbia, Vancouver area, Sunshine Coast, Vancouver Island. I just back from Tofino, and anytime I wanna explore new places here. In my life I've been, I don't know, everywhere in Europe, Asia, Africa, Mexico, Yucatan, Cancun. I love it. US, my favorite, Florida and Los Angeles, Malibu. How I love it. How I miss it. And how many countries have you ever visited? Have you ever visited, guys? Can you write me some comments about your hobbies, about your travel, about your activities that you like to do? What about me? I love, at first, cold plunge. I love cycling. I love swimming. I love dancing. I love cycling. Oh my god, I love cycling. I like traveling. I like hiking. I like skiing. I like workout. Yes. I love yoga. I love meditation. I love cooking too, and I love drawing. Every time I'm paint on the beach, something for pleasure. So guys, if you wanna, you can exchange with me your hobbies, thoughts, and anything. Oh, everything, sorry, everything.
Beautiful Salish Sea behind us. We are standing literally on the spot where we got married.
We sure did.
I am from Vancouver.
I'm from Montreal. I was born in Montreal. And bonjour les amis. And I hailed west in 97.
So we got on TikTok like yesterday. We had this great idea after drinking copious amounts of green beer.
Many good ideas come with that, right?
And since we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, we met back in, 1999?
99.
I found her and never let go.
Attached at the hip, literally.
And we love each other more today than we did when we met.
Still.
But not less.
Not less.
I'm still in there. Okay, good. So we thought, let's do something epic this year because of, Anyway, we've decided to take our old motorhome.
Antique she is.
And go from the Pacific to the Atlantic, making stops along the way. We want to meet some of you. We want to find out the heart of Canada. So if you're going anywhere between Ucluelet and Dildo, Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Hello, Canada. I'm Linda, and I'm a grateful, just read my shirt. Thank you. From me, from the world, and from most Americans. Thank you for voting for sanity, for keeping Prime Minister Mark Carney at the helm, for giving a resounding answer, not to mention hand gesture, to the 47th president. Thank you for being able to differentiate between the administration led by a condescending bully and the people who are horrified about what is going on. It's like you and I were best friends and you were dating my brother. Apologies to my brothers. And you left him because he was abusive. And you could have cut ties with me too, but you didn't. Most of us love you. We don't want you to be the 51st state. We want you to adopt us. I hope very soon you will prove just how much we need you. When things like, electricity stops flowing across the border. I leapt with joy at the results of your election and pulled out the champagne that has been cooling in my fridge since November. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. We'll do our best to stand on guard from down here. Bye, Canada. Have a great day.
Did you know that Canada is 10 times better than the United States of America? Did you know that if I decide tomorrow that I am going to go into the hospital and do surgery to cut off my breasts, the Canadian government will give my husband his pay every month and give me my pay every month? It doesn't matter how long it takes me to get better. Did you know that if you are pregnant in Canada, you get 1 year maternity leave with pay? Did you know that our seniors have special housing arrangement that the government gave them? Did you know that Canada has wheel trans for the persons who are in wheelchair or disabled to go anywhere at all they want to go to the supermarket, to go to the beach, to go to the hospital, to go to the laundromat? Canada has wheel trans that pick you up any hour of the day to take you anywhere you want to go for just $3 somewhere about. Did you know that in Canada you pay only 20% of your tuition? The government pay 80% of your school fee? Did you know that? Did you know that Canada will have free health care? You just walk into any health care and you get free health care with your OHIP card? It doesn't matter how long you are in the hospital or what. The Canadian government cover it free. Listen, and the list goes on. If you are disabled, the government pay. It all depends your disability. The government pay for 80% of your housing costs. If you have less than 2, you have to wait a certain time though to be on the top of the list. But let's say you have a terminal illness and you only have 2 years to live. The government provide housing for you. You move to the top of the list so that you can die comfortably. Listen, Canada is the best country on planet Earth. Notwithstanding, if you have a child, each child you have, I believe, you get $600 per month from the government. So I kept wondering, always wonder, why is it so many persons, all of my friends who are here moved from the US? Everybody left US and come because Canada is the best place on planet Earth. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Thank you so much. I am so looking forward. We are so looking forward to buying our house next year. Canada, I would never give up Canada for the United States of America. All that the United States of America have is Trump. I will just visit my children. I will never leave Canada for nothing. I don't mind the cold. I like to be cool. My skin love the cold, so we are doing well in this country.
Yeah, welcome back to the channel, and let's start with the most obvious factor. Canadians are widely known for being polite, very, very polite people. Yes, it may sound like a stereotype. The famous word will always say sorry, the courteous conversation, the willingness to help a stranger. How beautiful is Canada? But stereotypes do not become global reputation overnight. We all know that. For millions of people, Canada's image has been shaped by the idea that disagreement does not have to lead to hostility or even division. And that kind of reputation matters a lot, because sometimes the way a country treats people say more about it than the size of the economy or even the military. Then there is a Canada diversity. Walk through the cities of Toronto, Vancouver, and you are likely to encounter people from nearly every corner of the world. Different languages, French, English, name them. Different cultures, different religions, different backgrounds. Yet somehow, just somehow, the idea of being Canadian can bring all of those differences together. That multicultural identity has become one of the aspects Canadians themselves are most proud of. According to the recent Pew Research Center's findings, and this is where Canada becomes especially very, very interesting. The country does not need to rely on solely on traditional power, what I mean by this is the country does not need to rely solely on traditional power to assert its influence. Instead, Canada has developed what is known as soft power. We all know that. We all know the meaning of soft power. It's the ability to attract people, to make people want to visit, to make people want to study there, to make people want to immigrate, to earn respect without intimidation. And perhaps, let me say this, that is why Canada is often seen as a country that can participate on the global stage without needing to dominate it. We all know that. But there is another reason Canada is widely respected. That reason is its sense of independent identity. For years, Canada has been compared to its powerful neighbors to the south. However, the world increasingly recognizes Canada as a distinct nation with its own values, with its own culture, with its own independent voice. And when Canada asserts its interest on the global stage, people tend to take notes. That does not mean Canada is without flaws. Far from it. The country faces significant challenges. Like other countries, there's no country without challenges. But Canada's challenges include housing affordability, immigration policies, debates, indigenous rights, and economic inequality. And critics are right to point out that Canada's international image does not always reflect every lived experience within its border. But perhaps that is precisely the point. Admiring a country does not require believing it's perfect. It is not. It means recognizing what it represents at its best. And Canada's best image is compelling. A country where diverse cultures coexist. A country often associated with civility rather than aggression. A country that has built a global reputation without constantly demanding attention. So, and in today's world, that is increasingly uncommon. It's not common. So, does the world truly love Canada? Perhaps not universally. No country is. But Canada's global reputation is undeniably very, very strong. And perhaps the most important lesson is this, folks. Canada did not become admired by trying to be the loudest country in the room. It became admired by cultivating an identity that resonates with people around the world. Friendly, diverse, independent, very welcoming, and yes, often exceptionally polite. So next time someone asks why Canada is so well regarded globally, the answer may be simpler than expected. Because, let me say this, Canada has spent decades demonstrating that influence does not always come from size or even volume. Sometimes it comes from being a country people genuinely feel comfortable supporting. And that may be Canada's greatest strength all along. So folks, if you find this commentary uplifting, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe my videos and like my video. Until next time, Canada, may God be with you always.